Hi guys, so sorry I look a hot mess. I just got out of the shower and back from the store, and I'm letting my hair air dry before I go to my last night of training. So as you guys know, I am like a freelance makeup artist. I do it on the side. It's hopefully one day going to be my full-time job to where I don't have to work or do anything else except slay faces. But it is prom season. The next 3 weekends I have prom, and then I have a wedding, and then I have a bridal shower makeup appointment. So lots of appointments going on, and I really had to stock up on the kit this year. So I wanted to share with you my staples and things I think you need in your kit, and then we're also going to go through what is inside my kit. So if you want to see this video, then just keep on watching. Alrighty, so over here I have foundations. I did get a couple of the Makeup Forever Ultra HD liquid foundation. So I have a red tone and then I have a yellow undertone. I'm hoping these will work for most of my clients this weekend, and then I will actually go back to purchase the full size. I also have another stick foundation which I kind of just take off from the top. And then I have a bunch of other different concealers, primers, and foundations in here. You may notice one thing about my kit. I do not have a large color range just because the majority of the clients that I do have light to medium skin tones. I have never had to work with deeper complected women. So I do really love the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. So I have 3 of these. One in fair, one in light, and then one in medium. I actually just purchased more of these last night. I also have the Tarte foundation, one from Wet n Wild. I have the e.l.f. foundation, and then I have the Maybelline Master Prime, the Benefit Professional for my oily ladies. I have an Infallible Pro Matte foundation, and then I have 2 of the Maybelline Fit Me. I use the majority of these products to mix in, so that's why it looks like I do not have a lot of foundation. I'm still building my kit. I've never had a problem accommodating anybody with the makeup that I have in this kit, so it works for me. And I also just have a couple of other different foundations in here, and I just use just a few light, medium, and dark just to kind of mix everything together, and they are pretty different. They all have different undertones, and I really just try to accommodate every guest that I have. So I will go in and just kind of mix to the best of my ability to come up with the shade, and I have never had any problems with foundations not matching. Then over here I have all of my lip liners and lipsticks. I do normally use the ABH lip palettes, so a lot of the lipsticks in here are in case I can't come up with the exact lip color that they want. I also keep lash glue in here. I have the Kiss Lash Strip Adhesive. I also have lots of different eyeliners and lip liners, and then I also have eyebrow pencils in here as well. So I have some nudes, I have some maroon colored pencils, some brown colored pencils, I have some from Essence. Lots of the Wet n Wild and NYX lipsticks in here, and then I also have a couple from MAC, and then some liquid lipsticks from Wet n Wild, and then I have several of these Aveda lipsticks, which are really nice. I've never used them on anybody, but really great colors and lots to choose from. So that's pretty much the first part of my kit. Majority of the time I have something to accommodate everyone, so please keep that in mind when going through my kit with me. Then when you open it up, I like to keep all of my palettes and tools in here. I'm going to try not to disturb the way this looks because I do have a big prom day tomorrow, so I really don't want to mess this up. But I'm going to show you what's on the inside of the kit. Alright, so I like to keep all of my palettes in here as well as my disposables. So I do have the mesh bag of glitters. I don't typically use a lot of glitter with my looks, but if one of the girls requests it, this is what I have. And I have 4 or 5 different shades in here, and then I can kind of mix to accommodate. I also have some lip gloss and lip applicators. I purchased these from Sally's, kind of expensive for only $12 in each, but really great disposables. I also have my clear bag with my sponges and my cotton pads, very important to have in case you need to clean up. You can also use sponges for foundation and liquid and cream products, and then I also like to use them to set the makeup. And here I usually just have my tweezers, my scissors, and these eyelash curlers. I'm not a big fan of curlers just because they kind of freak me out using them on other people, but I always have them just in case. And then down here I have a couple of different primers here, and of course hand sanitizer. That's very key to have. So I have the Nivea Post Shave Balm, I have some tape to create eye looks, and then I have 3 packs of lashes, all different styles from Kiss, and then I also have some from Ardell as well. Highly recommend both of these brands. Very affordable, and they have a really nice flexible lash band, which makes it easier to apply the product itself. I also have some Lucaside in here and some rubbing alcohol just to help sanitize sections when I'm done, as well as clean brushes in between clients. Very key so that you're not spreading bacteria and germs to other people. I also have some glow boosting drops in here. I use these for myself as well, but I do like to include them in my kit just because it's handy to have good face products to start off with. And then I have another moisturizer. And then over here I have another clear bag. This just has more disposables, so I have some shadow shields in here as well as mascara wands, if you can see those. I have some oil blotting sheets for touch-ups. I have a couple of these puffs, which I really like, that are disposable, and then I have some Q-tips back here to kind of help clean up wing liner and things like that. And then I just have eyeshadow palettes over here. I have one of these highlighter kits from Wet n Wild. I have the Reveal 2, the Double Exposure from Smashbox, which I really enjoy using, and then the Naked 2. And then below that I have my Ultimate Brow Palette from BH, and I really enjoy using that. Very pigmented for, you know, how inexpensive the product actually is. And then over here I have another palette from L'Oreal. And then I have the Urban Decay Highlight in Sin, which I really love. That's for my fair skin clients. And then I have the BH Studio Pro Contour Kit, which I use all of the time. And then the Lorac Pro 3. And then I also have a blush palette down below. So all of these palettes pretty much accommodate everyone. So that's why I'm never too worried about, you know, having a shade that matches everyone, because I do. And that is how I kind of keep everything organized. I would say that I would like to have more space to add on, and I do have an extra large train case that I can actually attach to this one to be able to do that for me. But that's pretty much everything on the inside. And then in this last one, this is the one that's normally below the kit. I always keep makeup remover wipes in here, a new pack of those, and I like to get the Equate brand because they are similar to the Neutrogena, so they're just as good. I also keep some cellular water in here for cleansing for the cotton pads that I have. And then I also have more rubbing alcohol in here, and then I have a couple of different setting sprays, one from Wet n Wild and one from Too Faced. I have some setting powders in here, one from Aveda, and then I have two from Wet n Wild. And then I also have some highlighters in here. I keep the Becca Champagne Pop. And then this is what I was talking about for my lip kit. Most of my lip combinations come from the ABH palette. I love this thing. You can mix and match to pretty much any color since you do have those primary colors right there. I do keep mascara and liner in here as well, so I always have a couple of different liquid liners as well as gel liners. And then I have 3 or 4 different mascaras that I like using, so L'Oreal Telescopic, and then one from Aveda, which is actually pretty good. And then I also keep the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes, which is a popular one. I also have some NYX baked blushes right here. I always keep a couple of these butterfly clips just because it's really helpful to keep clips to put up hair, or you could also substitute and use a headband. And then I also have some mixing drops. These are light and dark. They're from Hard Candy. I like the way they sit on the skin, and they're only $7 or $8 a piece, so I would highly recommend getting some sort of light and dark mix-in drops in case you do not have the correct shade for foundation. I also keep 2 or 3 of these pencil sharpeners. I think it's really helpful in between eyeliners and lip liners to keep everything sanitary. And then I also in here keep a bunch of different face primers. So I have the Too Faced Cooling Primer, I have the That Gal Primer, and then I also have the Cover FX. I get sample sizes because it's more convenient, and I'm not sure if I'm going to like the product itself, so always get sample sizes, which you can find at Sephora. And then last but not least, I have these mix-in drops, which really helps to lock down glitter and highly pigmented looks. Okay, and then just a quick side note, this is my brush bag. I do not have a roll just because when I do client makeup, I lay everything out on a clean surface or a clean towel, and it's a lot easier for me to just reach behind and grab the 2 or 3 brushes that I might need. So this is what is inside my brush kit, just because you need several. So I do have 2 clean right now, and then I have 2 of the sponges that I've actually cleaned already. They are just stained, and it's really nice to have those, especially if you know you're you're going to be busy that day, you will have more than one, which I really like accommodating. I also have more clips in here just for their hair, and then I always keep scissors with me. I feel like that's very helpful in cutting lashes and, you know, doing other things that you might need to open up. And then I have all of my brushes in here, and you know, surprisingly, I have more brushes for my client kit than I do for myself, and I totally appreciate that. I have a lot of brushes for myself, but you also need to have enough to accommodate every person. So I just have a bunch of different brushes in here, all different brands, some high-end, some drugstore. Gets the job done. And I have a lot, you know, I have a bunch of different eyeshadow brushes, blush brushes. I have some dual fiber brushes from Coastal Scents and BH. I have lots of Aveda brushes in there. I have a couple from Real Techniques and It Cosmetics. I also have some more lash glue in here. And that's pretty much how I keep all of my brushes. And then I usually have a mixing palette as well, so that's why I have these. And it's just really helpful to have different kinds of brushes so that you go in there fully prepared. So these are all the brushes that I have, and I just wanted to kind of show you guys that I do have brushes for my clients. And you know, don't give me any hate in the comments. It has taken me years to kind of build up the kit that I have, and I don't have everything that I would like to have. I definitely want to get the Bobbi Brown foundation and concealer palette. I think that would be really great to have in my kit. And then I also want to get more higher end foundations. The products that I have never not worked for anyone. I'm always able to accommodate everyone, and I will say that over and over again. And no offense to, you know, the ladies with medium to deeper skin tones, I just never have anyone, you know, interested in using me for their makeup when they have deeper skin complexions. So I will actually go out and kind of add into my collection so that I can, you know, broaden my horizons with, you know, the clients that I'm able to see. And I would love to do deeper skin complexion makeup. No one's just ever asked me. So when that time comes, I know that I will have everything to accommodate that person, but for now, everything in my kit works for me. I would also suggest having either paper towels or tissues, just so that if you have any messes or anything that you need to clean up, or for, you know, the person itself, if they may need that, it's very helpful to have those things in there as well. So thank you again for watching this video. I hope it helped you in some way, and I will talk to you guys in the next one.